Hello and welcome, dear viewers of Zarin International Television. I am Nicole Thomas, and I'm here to bring you the latest news for this hour. The High Council of Resistance for the Salvation of Afghanistan has sent Hayat to Iran. In a statement, this council announced that the purpose of this trip is to discuss the situation of migrants. The Resistance Council for Salvation has expressed hope that consultations with Iranian officials will lead to an improvement in the situation of migrants. The wave of anti-immigration sentiment and the expulsion of Afghans has peaked in Iran in recent months. The National Resistance Front led by Ahmad Massoud has been active since September 8. Pay attention to the report from our colleague Fawzia Zarin from the Netherlands.
On the 33rd anniversary of the Islamic Revolution of Afghanistan, the Central Office of Ahmad Massoud, the leader of the National Resistance Front of Afghanistan, held a large meeting, with the presence of resistance offices in Dushanbe and Mujad. This meeting, which was held both in person and online, was also attended by a number of resistance supporters from European countries. In this gathering, on the occasion of the 8th of Sawar, political and cultural figures delivered speeches and discussed various aspects of the jihad and resistance of the Afghan people. Ahmad Massoud, recalling his father's words, said that Ahmad Shah Massoud used to say, "I always wish that the days would last longer in our country, so that the Mujahideen could become more familiar with events and more mature." The leader of the resistance movement in his speech called the Taliban group terrorists and oppressors and called on the leaders of the Mujahideen as well as national and influential figures to pledge. In total, 9 speakers participated in this meeting, all of whom emphasized the necessity of preparing for the initiation of a joint mobilization against the ruling group. Meanwhile, the Supreme Council of the Parwanians held a virtual meeting on the Zoom platform on Monday, the 8th of Sawar, to commemorate the anniversary of the victory of the Afghan jihad. In this gathering, prominent jihadist figures, human rights activists, and civil society activists from around the world participated. The keynote speakers of this virtual meeting included Muhammad Omar Daudzai, Muhammad Alam Izadiar, Abdul Basit Salangi, and other prominent figures who considered the presence of the Taliban in power as a result of secret intelligence agreements. They called for comprehensive international negotiations and an end to the monopoly of power. This gathering, which lasted about 3 hours, concluded with some participants emphasizing the necessity of armed resistance against the Taliban and prayers for peace in Afghanistan. Reported by Darren Fazit, Zarin Global Television, Netherlands.
The spokesperson for the UN Secretary-General has announced that this organization and its partner agencies are facing a severe budget cut for Afghanistan. Stefan Dujarric has emphasized that 23 million people in Afghanistan need humanitarian aid. At the same time, the UN Deputy Secretary-General, who is on a week-long trip to Afghanistan, says that the situation of women is a priority of this visit. The Online University for Women has announced that it has increased its enrollment capacity for Afghan girls. Officials of this university have stated that, with 15 faculties, 700 academic staff members, and 17,000 students, it has become a beacon of hope for Afghan women who have been deprived of the right to education. According to the university officials, a large number of girls deprived of education have been enrolled in this university. The spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Islamic Republic has announced efforts to free Iranian prisoners, including one in Afghanistan. Ismail Baghei, without providing an exact number, stated that the number of Iranian prisoners in Afghanistan is not more than 5. Recently, the Islamic Republic and the Taliban reached an agreement on the extradition of prisoners. The Swedish International Development Agency has donated $2,200,000 to Afghanistan. The World Food Programme states that, with this aid, the nutrition of tens of thousands of mothers and children will be prevented for 3 months. According to the organization's statistics, it is estimated that this year, 3.5 million young children in Afghanistan will suffer from malnutrition. And the State Security Service of Azerbaijan hosted an international conference on Afghanistan titled Regional Connectivity, Security and Development. Representatives from the security agencies of 20 countries attended this meeting. No one from the Taliban group was invited to this program. Ali Nakif, the head of the State Security Service of Azerbaijan, emphasized the necessity of joint efforts against terrorism, organized crime, and illegal migration. With the escalation of tensions between Delhi and Islamabad, Pakistan's defense minister has warned that the risk of conflict between the two countries remains high. Khawaja Asif Hagos informed Geo News about the tense situation and the deployment of military forces on both sides of the border. He had previously stated in an event that Pakistan has prepared its forces for an imminent attack by India. According to this Pakistani official, Islamabad has informed regional countries as well as the United States and the United Kingdom about the situation. However, in Iran, 3 days after the explosion and fire at Raji port, officials of the Islamic Republic announced that the fire has been completely contained. According to the latest statistics, at least 70 people had been killed and hundreds more injured in this incident. The committee investigating the cause of the incident has announced that there were deficiencies in safety principles, but further technical and laboratory investigations are needed to determine the exact cause of the explosion. Thank you, dear viewers, for your continued support. You can watch Zarin TV on Afghan Proucast, Jlwiz, the Zarin TV app, and our social media platforms. Until next time, may you be held in peace and mercy of the divine. Take care, and may blessing always follow your path.